All right, guys, let's talk about the Sixers road trip, what we thought of the result of the Sixers road trip. When the hell is Joel Embiid coming back? Is there any Ben Simmons update? And where we're going to go the rest of the season. What is up, guys? DJ Eastwood here. This is Run It Back Podcast, home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And please take a quick second and click the like button on the video. Every single like helps out this channel. Let's try to get 500 likes on the video. Let's get right into it, man. Where are my notes at? All right, check it out. So the Sixers go 1-3 on the dreaded West Coast road trip without Ben Simmons, without Joel Embiid, and mostly without Josh Richardson. Is that a success? No. I mean, obviously you would have liked them to beat the Warriors. They took care of the Kings like they should have, and they put up actually a good fight against the Clippers and the Lakers. So the 1-3, doesn't look as bad as it really looks because of the injuries. I would have maybe expected. I wouldn't have been shocked with a 0-4, to be honest with you. Most people wanted a 2-2 because you thought that they didn't stand a chance against the Clippers or the Lakers, but you thought that they could have took care of the Kings and the Warriors, who have the worst NBA record in the NBA. But they couldn't seem to take care of the Warriors. The Sixers on this trip had 124.6 defensive rating. That is the worst in the NBA over that 4-game span. That says a lot to me. And we're going to get into why I think they had the worst defensive rating over that span. A little bit of a positive to take away is that we shot the three ball well, 38.5 threes per game at 43.5%. That's the one positive on this road trip. And, of course, the fight that they showed against the Clippers and the Lakers. We did give up a 36-point fourth quarter to the Warriors. 37 combined points between Pascal and Damian Lee. That's just unacceptable. Let's call it what it is, man. Shake Milton on this road trip, another positive from this road trip. Shake Milton was 21.2 points per game on this road trip, which is a great sign for Shake Milton and the Sixers moving forward, as we need as many ball-handling, scoring type of guards we can get. It is also a talking point to talk about the utilization of these kinds of players and whether or not the coach can put them in the position they need to be in. And Shake Milton only put up 10 total shots against the Warriors in 29 minutes. To me, that says a lot about player utilization. And also, man, when are we getting Embiid back? When are we getting Simmons back? We're going to talk about that too. So let's get right down into it. The first thing I want to talk about is Brett Brown's comments on the road trip. Because you all know they're going to be great. His comments are great all the time. They always make sense. There's never any filler. There's never any weird metaphors that aren't necessary. He's just straightforward, tells the truth, and takes responsibility for some of the things that happen. I'm totally kidding. He never takes responsibility for anything that happens, and he always says weird metaphors that don't matter and don't need to be said. Here's Brett Brown's comments on the road trip. There are some good things that came out of this road trip. Losing this game, you can't camouflage the disappointment. It's like when a player says, what do you think about losing this game? He basically reiterates the question, just uses bigger words and you can't camouflage the disappointment. Just tell us, Brett, just say it. You can't camouflage the disappointment, man. Shut the hell up. We need to defend and close out a team on the road, and we didn't do it. Trying to keep guys in front of you. We didn't do it, and we need to do it. Wow. What incredible insight that was. We need to stop the other team from scoring more points than us. That's what we need to do to win NBA games, and we didn't do it. We know, Brett. We're asking you why you think you didn't do it. Oh, my God. Answer the damn question. Anyway, let's talk about the Sixers' defense on this road trip and why I think it was so atrocious. And the number one reason it was so bad is lineups, player utilization, and more specifically, fourth quarter crunch time lineups. Over this road trip, out of 4 players, Korkmaz, Alec Burks, Matisse Thybulle, and Raul Neto, who do you think played the most minutes? Out of those 4 players, who do you think played the most minutes on this road trip? If you guessed Furkan Korkmaz, you would be correct. Furkan Korkmaz played 99 minutes on this road trip. Alec Burks played 82 minutes on this road trip. Now, you can't even explain that to me straight off the bat. You can't even defend that to me. Straight off the bat, you can't defend that to me. Alec Burks shoots a higher percentage from 3 than Furkan Korkmaz. All Furkan Korkmaz gives you is a 3-point shot. Alec Burks can handle the ball, run a pick and roll, can pass the ball, can play decent defense. And you gave the one-dimensional guy who doesn't even shoot as high of a 3-point percentage as the other guy 17 more minutes on this road trip. 99 minutes for Korkmaz, 82 minutes for Alec Burks. Matisse Thybulle played 68 minutes on this road trip. And Raul Neto played 48 minutes in the last 3 games. Here's something that stood out to me. The one game that I enjoyed on this road trip was the Clippers game. The game where the Sixers showed the most fight, actually had a chance to win the game, put up an absolute dogfight against one of the best teams in the West, and a healthy second best team in the West. They lost what? 106 to 100 or 116 to 110. They lost by 6 points to the second best team in the West with a healthy roster without 3 stars. One thing that stood out to me about that Clippers game, Alec Burks had 27 minutes. Matisse Thybulle had 18 minutes. Raul Neto had 0 minutes. The best game on the whole road trip, Raul Neto had 0 minutes. Now, all of a sudden, the next 3 games, Raul Neto was playing more minutes than Matisse Thybulle and Alec Burks. Somebody explain it. Go ahead, I'll wait. It's all right here, man. All you got to do is look at the numbers, bro. It's just unbelievable, man. In the loss to the Warriors, Raul Neto played 18 minutes. Alec Burks played 17 minutes, and Matisse Thybulle played 17 minutes. Now, in what world would it make sense to play Raul Neto more minutes than Alec Burks? In what world? I can't find a reason. Now, I know I said what I said yesterday, the white supremacist joke. It was a joke. Some people got all butthurt on YouTube because you guys don't have a damn sense of humor. But I can't find an actual reason. The guy is a worse 3-point shooter, a worse ball handler, a much worse defender. He's worse than Alec Burks at literally every single category of basketball. And he gets more minutes than him, and they lose to the worst team in the league. I just wanted to throw those numbers out there for you guys to digest. I don't want to make this a 20-minute Brett Brown rant. Let's move on. Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons coming back. All right, so I woke up today and I was like, I haven't heard any news. I got to find something, man. I got to figure out when these dudes are coming back. This is driving me nuts here. I'm tired of watching this basketball with Al Horford and Tobias Harris being our main options. I don't like it. Even though they're paid $200 million, I don't like it. When are our guys coming back? Joel Embiid is set to be reevaluated today, which is Monday, March. I don't know the date. The date's probably in the corner when I put the graphics on the screen. Hopefully, I get the date right this time. Joel Embiid is set to be reevaluated Monday. He is hopeful to play Wednesday versus the Detroit Pistons. If Joel Embiid can play Wednesday versus the Pistons, that's obviously a great thing. But let's talk about how the offense would change. Would Brett Brown put Al Horford back on the bench? Or will Brett Brown try again to stuff Horford and Embiid on the floor together? I don't know what he's going to do. I never know what he's going to do. He's the most unpredictable coach in NBA history. But at the same time, he's the most predictable. The main thing that Embiid, not the main thing that Embiid gives you, but something that stands out about Embiid's game that will help this team is the free throws. Joel Embiid shot 8.6 free throws per game this season. Just as an example, Tobias Harris shot 8 total free throws on the 4-game West Coast road trip. Tobias Harris shot 8 free throws in 4 games. How is your number one option, now number one option because of injuries, but how is your number one option in a game not getting to the free throw line? I'll tell you how. He's soft. He doesn't attack the rim. All he does is shoots jump shots. If it's going in, he's giving you 30 points. If it's not going in, you're getting 17. Tobias Harris shot 8 free throws over the whole road trip. That's insane to me. I couldn't even believe when I saw that number. Joel Embiid shoots 8.6 per game. So that slows down the game. That gets us a lot of free points at the line. And that's a big game changer because without Embiid and Ben, we don't get to the line, man. Shake Milton should get to the line more than he gets to the line, but Shake Milton doesn't really get any calls yet because the NBA referees are still like, we don't really know who this guy is yet, so we're not going to call those. If he's a star in 2 or 3 years, we'll start calling fouls every time somebody breathes on him, but you know what I mean. Moving on to Ben Simmons. The Sixer, this article came out from Clutch Sport, clutchpoints.net, clutchpoints.com. I'll put the link in the description, I guess. The Sixers are hopeful. Now, this is not what I wanted to hear. I did not know Ben Simmons was going to be out this long. The Sixers are hopeful that Ben Simmons can return by the time the playoffs start in mid-April. Yes, that is depressing. Ben Simmons has a pinched nerve in his lower back. But this team without Ben Simmons' energy, it's rough. It's been rough, man. We need his defensive side of the ball. We need his offensive. We need his fast break ability. We need his rebounding ability. We need his assist ability, giving guys wide open threes left and right. There's so many things we miss from Ben Simmons, and we have to watch an entire another month. An entire another. Is that a word or a phrase? I just made that up. We have to watch another entire month of basketball without Ben Simmons. They're hoping he comes back in April to start the playoffs. If this team has to start the playoffs on the road without Ben Simmons, it's a wrap. Wrap it up, chalk it up, hang the shoes up, hang it up, whatever other phrase. I can't think of any more. It's over. First round exit. We're done. There's just no shot in hell. We can't do it. Tobias Harris is not a leader. Shake Milton's too young. Embiid will be here, but I don't know, man. We got to start the playoffs without Ben Simmons. I'm not feeling great about it at all. Actually, I'm feeling horrible about it. But you guys can let me know in the comments if I'm being uber pessimistic or what. But, let's talk about the remaining schedule before I get the hell out of here because I got things to do today. The Sixers, 11 of their remaining 18 games are at home. That's good. That's good for the rest of the season. Like I said, if we got to start the playoffs on the road, we're absolutely screwed. We are a half game behind the Pacers for the 5th seed. We are 2.5 games behind the Miami Heat for the 4th seed. The 4th seed is the seed that would give us home court starting the playoffs. So with 11 of our remaining 18 games at home, hopefully And we also have the easiest remaining schedule in the NBA with games that include the Washington Wizards, the Detroit Pistons, the Charlotte Hornets, the Brooklyn, you know what I mean? If we can win 11 of those and a couple of road games, if we can win all 11 home games and a couple of road games, we might be able to snag that 4th seed, and then you're looking at a different landscape, to use a Brett Brown terminology. You're looking at a different landscape to start the playoffs if we can start in the 4th seed. But if we don't pick it up in this remaining schedule and we start the playoffs in the 6th seed without Ben Simmons, we are toast. That's all I got for you guys today, man. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is the Run It Back Podcast, home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. I'm depressed that we got to watch a whole nother month of basketball without Ben Simmons. Hopefully Joel Embiid comes back on Wednesday against the Detroit Pistons. Brett Brown's inability to play the right lineups will be the death of this team. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't care what anybody thinks. Guys, hit me up in the comments. Give me all your thoughts and opinions. Please hit the like button on the video and hit subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Have a beautiful Monday. Peace.